Well, thank you, Kevin, and thanks for having us. Last year was a really good year for both men and women's programs. Super excited about things moving forward as well. Starting with the women, they competed at a higher level all year. Yeah, saw a lot of good growth. They ended the year ranked 50th in the nation, beating some really good teams: Oklahoma, Washington State, Michigan State. Michigan State ended up 21st at nationals, so really good win there. A lot of good momentum. We do graduate some key scorers from last year, but we return a very good core from that group with some young girls that have developed really well. We saw some really good growth during the track seasons, some girls that came on strong at the end that we're really, really excited about what that looks like. Being transparent, we're going to have to make a decision in the next couple of weeks about whether we redshirt a few of our top returners. They have a fifth year academically. We redshirted them in track last year, so we got to decide if we're going to redshirt them to carry on for the future or if we run them right away. Either way, it's a really strong group that we're excited about for the next couple of years. Yeah, great crew. On the men's side, qualifying for nationals last year was special. That's a group of guys that were on the edge of qualifying multiple years in a row. So to finally do it, for that to come to fruition, was just special. It's exciting. Those guys, they operated as a team, they put in the work, and they took advantage of opportunities, beating teams, Michigan State, Texas Tech, Ole Miss, CU. They consistently towed the line and competed at a very high level, and that showed. So, great year for them. On paper, if someone was to look at who we returned, you'd probably think we would be losing some depth. We did graduate a big crew within that top seven, but we're very excited about this next year. Guys like Riker and Jacob were All-American in track. They gained a lot of experience competing at a high level. They bring that experience along with some confidence to the group, which is going to be really good for that entire crew. Max Zastra over here, he had a huge breakthrough this last fall, and that's only continued. He's going to have a big fall. A couple of additions we're excited about, and some more young guys that are probably not on most people's radars that have developed and are running really well. So, between both crews, we're really excited about the leadership, about the culture they have, and we're going to have good opportunities. Our regular season, we do open up at Cheyenne. It's more of a rust buster, just getting the wheels going, remember what it feels like to compete. And then we go to University of Minnesota, Notre Dame, and then University of Missouri is hosting pre-nationals this year. So we feel like we got good pieces and we got really good opportunities ahead of us. Any questions from anybody?
With the men's team, particularly Riker and Jacob, what they did in track, getting to Eugene, did you feel like the momentum carried over to this off-season workouts, and did you sense it was similar to last year as far as the numbers and how you're doing going into the season?
Yeah, absolutely. Those guys, they're going into their fifth year, so they've been in the program for 4 already, so they know what the expectations are. They know the experience of running at that high level at nationals, just making that meet is really, really hard. But then to go there and execute and compete, they bring back great experience, but they can pass that on to these young guys who are hungry to develop as well. And, it gives those young guys confidence that they can do the same thing. And so they're really setting a tone for the future.
Coach, I know just a minute ago you referred to those young guys who are not on people's radar. Who specifically are you referring to?
Nolan Hoffman, Tanner Brown. Those are 2 guys that are both Colorado State champions in cross country in the big divisions. Nolan had a little bit of an injury last year coming in that it was just kind of a slow start, and we kept it very gradual to get him into the mix, but he's going to be real solid. Tanner Brown was also he was a 5A state champion as a sophomore in Colorado, which is a pretty big deal. And last year he saw real good growth, something that he's super excited to, he redshirted last year, and he is real excited to put on a cowboy singlet and get going.
Also, what improvements, Ryan kind of touched on it, but what improvements in the offseason have you seen from guys like Jacob and Riker, carrying that the track experience into cross?
A big thing for us is consistency. We're not trying to have any big spikes or do anything crazy. we're going to challenge them a little bit more in different ways, just as they grow as athletes. So nothing greatly different, but just still, pushing those limits when it's appropriate. But consistency is the biggest thing, and they've been doing that.